Welcome to Cynthia's Culinary Corner again. I want to tell everybody a big hello in the community, especially Happy Healthy Valley. Today we're going to be talking about cancer awareness and the elements in the foods that help to prevent cancer. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but we're going to be incorporating everything all together. Okay, so we're going to start with all of these beautiful elements that are here. My focus today is on antioxidants. And as you can see, if you've seen my past shows, I encourage you to go to some of the videos because you have seen some of these foods that I'm presenting, but I focused on different benefits. And this is the beauty of nutrition, that you can have a variety of benefits to help for many different health reasons. And what we want to do with nutrition is prevention. And I've always known that nutrition is about preventative medicine. And that's what we really want to do. We want to prevent as much as we can and improve our health. So let's get started, okay? We're going to be talking about heart disease and cancer. Why is it important to talk about heart disease before cancer? Because as we know, heart disease is the #1 cause of death. And I'm going to relate that to cancer because heart disease and cancer are inflammatory. That means that the body becomes inflamed and diseases can come from that. Acute, but mainly chronic, such as diabetes, arthritis, joint problems, gout. All of these are inflammatory. So what do we need? We need to incorporate more antioxidants. And how do we get that? Well, I'm going to show you. For example, broccoli. Broccoli is very high in antioxidants. It also has vitamin D and some vitamin A. Tomatoes. Tomatoes have lycopene, which is very powerful. It's an antioxidant, and I'm going to explain how that works in the body in a real simplistic way. Not going into much chemistry. Grapefruit. Grapefruit, limes, lemons, oranges. Very powerful antioxidant, which is vitamin C. And I know that we've been talking a lot about vitamin C and vitamin D right now during the times that we're in, the pandemic with COVID. All of that is going to help our immunity. So it all just kind of comes together, and that's what I want to just share with you. The berries, your raspberries, your blackberries, your blueberries, your strawberries are very powerful antioxidants. Now I know if we buy them fresh, they can be a little more expensive. But if we buy them frozen, they're just as healthy with all the same types of benefits, and they'll last longer, and you can get more for less. You can make smoothies with them. You can put them on yogurt. You can put them in your cereal or just snack on them. So let's just try to find different ways where we can have fun with healthy food, right? That's what it's all about. So we talked about all of the fruits, and now I want to talk about some seasonings that I like. Ginger is very good. It's anti-inflammatory, so is turmeric. I like to add turmeric on chicken and on fish. And then my favorite, cinnamon. You can add cinnamon to whatever you like. Some oatmeal, coffee, or a favorite recipe that you have, even on rice, depending on what kind of recipe you want to make. Garlic. Garlic is just amazing because it adds a lot of robustness and flavor to your food. It's also very powerful as an antioxidant. We have Brazil nuts. We have flaxseed. I like the flaxseed because you can add it in a smoothie. You can add it to your oatmeal. You can add it to your cereal, in your yogurt, cottage cheese. It's very healthy. And of course your legumes, your beans, your black beans, your pinto beans, your lima beans, and then we have our fatty fishes. All of this protects the cells, which eventually protects the different organs in the body, like the heart, right? So now what I want to talk about in terms of antioxidant. So think about it like this. Let's say that it's a cold day. It's really cold outside, and you go outside and you don't have a coat or a jacket. And you might get frostbite. Let's just say that it's very cold, around 20 degrees or a little bit less, so that way you can picture how the antioxidant protects the cells. You're gonna be outside, it's starting to snow, it's cold, your skin gets dry, right? But if you had a coat on, that would protect you a little bit more. So that's what the antioxidant does. It protects your cells from oxidizing, because as we eat food, also outside in the environment, there's free radicals that break down during this process, during the metabolizing of our food, that breaks down into nutrients and minerals and gets used in the body for energy. Well, we need to protect ourselves. And how do we do that? We have olive oil, right? And we have all of these elements to help protect our cells at the cellular level. And this happens in time, with time, okay? So it's like a protective sheet that's going around the cell. So the more that we can eat a little bit healthier and have more nutrients like this, the healthier our cells will be from preventing certain types of diseases, inflammatory diseases, one of them being cancer. Now I want to talk about cancer because cancer is the second leading cause of death, but in that sub area you have different other types of cancers. One of the number one detriments in cancer is lung cancer for both men and women. The second one is prostate cancer for men, and the second one is breast cancer for women, and the third for both is colorectal cancer, stomach cancer. So that's why it's so important to try to incorporate all of these fruits and vegetables into our daily diet as much as we can, our daily living. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to show you a really good recipe with beets. Now, if you're like me, when I heard the word beets and when I tasted it the first time, I was like, ugh. You know, I mean, that's the honest truth. But I'm going to show you a very good recipe that a very dear friend of mine gave me. She's another dietitian. Her name is Angelique, and I want to thank her for that. And I'm going to be showing you how to do that. But before we go into that, I just want to tell you what we do with the beets. It's very easy. You will boil them like if you were a potato, okay? You boil them for about 45 minutes until they're about fork tender. Not too soft, but not too hard. So come and join me, and we're going to talk about that now. So you see how easy this recipe was? This recipe will be online. It's fresh, it's easy, and it's very delicious. Ideally, you want to marinate it overnight. And then the next day it'll be really tender, and you can pair it with fish, with your chicken, with any type of entree you want on the side, and you just can put a little starch and you're ready to go. So in wrapping, we're going to just summarize what I talked about, the importance of antioxidants, but I also want to lead that into the importance of your health. And I'm a firm believer about health and wellness and balance, especially for everybody out there, for the women. Go check yourself, do what you need to do, take care of yourself, and know your self-worth and your self-value is high, because as women, we got to stand together, and all we can say is that we got that girl power going on. So we got to unite and be there for each other. And in closing, I want to thank you for that. I also want to close with just a little segment about balance, about emotional health, physical health, nutritional health, spiritual health. So whatever you need to do for yourself, just do it, and just know that you're the best you, and you're the one that can take care of yourself. And there's a lot of resources out there, and if you have any questions, I'm available. You can just send me a note, a message, and we're here. Okay, so I look forward to seeing you again, and we always have to end with a voila.